last video. Obviously, last week he had 14 carries, 4 in the red zone, which I feel like is pretty important to note. He also had 4 targets, like he always does in the past game.
No, I love them red zone touches.
Facts. He only had a 37% snap share, which is you obviously want to see more out of a running back you're going to start. But I think I said this last episode. If the Lions have any sense of intelligence, Matt Patricia, if you have a lick of sense, he obviously should be getting a bigger role in the offense.
I think he should get the ball more than Adrian Peterson.
You'd think, but these coaches, these old head coaches, love old head running backs and players and reliable vets. So, but no, he also gets the Falcons D this week, which obviously is always good news. And I think the Lions should probably move the ball with ease here. So,
yeah, you take all the info, bro. You're fun. But no, he's just explosive. Obviously, as a rookie, they're trying to work him in. Again, like you said, you would hope that they're trying to work him in. That his slow start to the season was because he's a rookie, and the more he gets comfortable, the more he gets the ball. You would hope is the case, and I think that's what you're banking on if you own him, especially with all these bye weeks and injured running backs. I think he's probably someone you have to use at this point, but not someone that you're not comfortable using now at this point. Like before, if you use him, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, like no.
You might touch the ball 5 times. I would say you might touch the ball 5 times a game. Like now, like
you're waiting for a game like this to happen.
Yes. So now I think he's definitely inserting his role, and he's getting the Falcons, like you said. Who, if you're any fantasy players playing the Falcons, except for Matt Stafford last week, that's this week. Never mind. Yeah, Cousins had the garbage time. That's what it was. Yeah. But sorry.
I think he has a really good upside here. So if you need a nice flex player, maybe your RB2 with all these buys, I think he can prove to be valuable.
All right, Chief.
Who we got next?
Justin Jackson. Chargers going feast this week, apparently. You take it.
Yeah, he played on 50% of snaps last week, which a lot of people I thought, or not, maybe not a lot, but like I thought Kelly would get most of the work, considering when Eckler was healthy, Kelly was the other running back getting carries. Like Jackson wasn't even like getting carries.
Yeah.
But now I think we see that the coaching staff, with Eckler gone, Jackson's going to take on the Eckler role. Given he had 6 targets last week, 5 catches, which is obviously a good PPR floor to have. He also totaled 94 yards last week. 20 touches compared to Kelly's. I think he had 13. So he's obviously the preferred play in that backfield, which some may be expected. And I think last year, like when was that 2 years ago or last year, he was getting some sick time. Last year, right? Without Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
He proved to be pretty solid last year. So
I think that he's like, this is one of those backfields where you can't take too much stake in what happens, I think, because like this could just as easily be a Josh Kelly game.
Right, yeah.
Like, you have no idea, but I think if he is to get the work, like if the coach decides that this is his week again, like they're going to work in like the offense more, then he's going to eat like ridiculously.
He should.
Jags are just high school team, high school offense, but
you're favored by 7 by Vegas, which is always a good sign for game script.
That's crazy.
Because Vegas is always right somehow.
They are always, always on point somehow.
And the Jags also give up the 6 mode to RBs, so I think he's like a RB2 play this week, or maybe a 3 or a flex.
The GOAT.
Yeah, I wish I would have picked him up instead of Kelly, but yep.
Don't we all?
Next, moving on for our last one for the feast, we have Todd Gurley, James' favorite player.
He's good. Hated him coming into the season, but OC out there in Atlanta didn't lie. They said they're going to give him the ball 15 times a game coming into the year, and hasn't touched it less than 14 in a game, which is crazy and not what I expected at all, especially from a team I thought was going to air it out. But
I feel they're not trailing a lot. Sometimes they have the lead.
Yeah.
And they're a weird team.
Which is weird considering how awful their defense is, but I don't know. He's starting to get more receptions. I remember earlier in the season we were saying that he was only getting like 1 catch a game, and like he only had like 5 catches through the first 4 games or something like that, which is really bad. Right. Like not what he used to be. Obviously, they're trying to be careful with the injury, so maybe they think he's a little more healthier now, work him into the passing game a little bit. But against Detroit, I think this is actually a sneaky high-scoring game.
Definitely.
So
I don't think it's sneaky. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Dolphins. Detroit's kind of like not that good.
Nasty.
So I could see it maybe falling off a little bit. But I don't know. I think this is a game where he gets in early, and then they all have a big lead, and then
I was gonna say I think he's has a really good chances to score.
Yeah.
He already has. I don't have it written down. I'm gonna look it up real quick. He feels like he has a lot of touchdowns this year. Even in his games, he doesn't produce yardage wise. Yeah, that's what it seems like. But yeah, he scored 4 out of 6 games. So that's solid out of your starting running back.
You always take that.
And I think the theme this year is if your coach is fired, you're just starting every player on the team the next week because they're just going to win / put up a lot of points.
That's what it seems like so far.
So with this revamped Falcons team, some people saying they're going to go 11-5, win 11 straight.
I don't believe that, but that'd be really wild.
Facts. But no, I think Todd Gurley is a good start this week.
All right. It's our feast RBs. Move on to the famine here.
Yeah.
Got a big name here. Big name here to start off the famine list. You want to take it?
Josh Jacobs. So, I mean,
shout out Eric. Can't mention Josh Jacobs without talking about Eric Spivak. Shout out Eric.
I mean, I still feel like you're starting him, obviously, because he's he's RB1. I would still start him, but like we said with this list, even though he's under the famine, just tamper these expectations. He's only averaged 3.6 yards per carry this year overall, which is shit. If you're a star running back, you got to be at least over 4.
Yeah.
And the Bucs gave up an NFL low 64 rush yards a game. So if you just do those 2 numbers right there, that should give you enough analytics.
Enough reason to be afraid
of
what's about to happen.
You think it's far-fetched or?
No, I think it's nasty as hell. I think they're going to be down a lot early, so they're going to have to throw big time. He might
score
his nasty goal line. That's just what I was going to say. They might get down at the 1 and then pound it in with him or something, but Bucs are ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. That run defense is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, I said that 5 times, but they're insane.
But they held McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, Kamara, and Melvin Gordon all under 60 rush yards, and with everybody except for McCaffrey, I think all under 28. So not what you want to see.
See here, he only has 15 catches on the year
as well,
which is
Rashard's
really
still
bad.
Playing a factor in the passing game.
He thought he might take over the 3-down role this year, but it seems like it's still a year away, maybe.
Gruden ain't having that.
I guess you don't believe in stuff like that, but
right.
Nasty. Yeah, Josh Jacobs, I think, is definitely just a nasty game for the Raiders, as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Bucs look good.
Don't expect a lot out of him.
Don't be disappointed when he gets 7 points.
But next up, we have Jerick McKinnon, who obviously most people will probably start this week because Mostert's went to IR with an injury. But I don't know. I kind of sense he was good when Mostert got hurt earlier in the year, but we've kind of seen a running back change in the backfield a little bit.
Yeah, am I reading this right? It says Jermichael. Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah, it's spelled weird.
Jermichael Hasty came into the game last week.
It was a close game as well.
Yeah, winning time, and he was the back that was getting all the carries. So I think it's definitely something to be concerned about. But I still think, are you good, bro?
My back's itching over here.
All right, and it's
here we go.
Spasming over there. What's going on? But I think it's still McKinnon's job. I think for sure without Mostert.
Mm-hmm. But Jeff Wilson still, I feel like, will eat into the carries.
Wait, what did you say?
I said Jeff Wilson will probably eat into the carries.
I thought you said Jeff Wilson is out.
Oh, no,
and he'll eat into the carries. And I was like, you just really fucked me up.
Right. But no, he gets the Patriots give up a fifth least to running backs. Bill's always stingy over there. And obviously the last 2 weeks he had 3 touches and 8 touches. Obviously Mostert had a big say in that, but I don't know. I'm just if he plays this whole game and only gets under 10 touches, that's not what you want.
I think it's a reasonable guess for what he's gonna have.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
I think the Pats are just gonna load the box and try to make Garoppolo beat them.
And that too, yeah.
Which is not really good scheme for the 49ers because I don't think Garoppolo is just go out and throw 40 times and win the game.
And they're also working the receivers like Debo and Ayuk into the rushing game more, which should steal some red zone touches.
Debo.
Guru knowledge. Debo. But McKinnon...
-6 air yards.
Right. Now, McKinnon, I don't know. I'm just iffy with this week.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Tyler,
the whole backfield's nasty.
He's using them, so... Hope you don't do jack shit,
Waiver wire
buddy.
reaper. Jones. You're reaping the benefits of that waiver wire starting out 0-3, wherever the hell he was.
Right. Sleaze bag.
Next up, for the 18th week in a row, we have Melvin Gordon on the FAMINE list.
Fuck Melvin Gordon.
Wow.
Drunk driver. Nah, but
People love putting him in trades, man.
Right, and then Philip Lindsay had 20-plus carries last week. Obviously, Melvin was out. He went over 100 yards. I feel like he never gets the respect he should. Like, I think Lindsay has earned a bigger role in the offense, but...
Undrafted free agent, went to the Pro Bowl as a rookie. I think that's pretty good respect. But
I'm saying the coaching staff doesn't respect him. Yeah,
okay.
like, he should... Like, I think they shouldn't even signed him in the offseason, Melvin.
Yeah, I don't get why they did.
It's
kind of like what they should have done with the Chargers did. Like, just let Lindsay be the guy.
Yeah.
Like how they're letting Eckler be the guy. Like,
Yeah.
or he's hurt, but you know what I mean. But Melvin is he's a scumbag. But no, I'm just gonna. But I don't know. It's just Lindsay looked really good last week, and I feel like that should be enough. Like he's already been in trouble off the field, this illness, like literally everything going wrong for him not to play. That if he does play in this game,
it's probably a 50-50 timeshare.
Yeah, you would think so.
So this isn't the Melvin Gordon of the Chargers we're getting here. I don't think so, personally, or as a podcast.
Nasty.
So Melvin owners, this ain't the week, Chief.
Shout out Eric.
On to the feast receivers. Little fun names we got here.
Mm-hmm.
First up, we have T. Higgins, my favorite player.
Who's your favorite player?
The Bengals are throwing the ball a shit ton. The running game's like going nowhere. It seems like every week. Mixon's averaging like besides the one Jaguars game. He's seen a snap share increase every week, which is up to 83% last week, which is obviously a good sign for a rookie.
That's crazy.
But how do you feel about this?
He's just these young cats over in Cincinnati throwing the ball around the yard.
Yeah.
Very fun. Facing Cleveland, you just got railed by the Steelers. So railed. Baker sucks. Sorry, I should throw that in there. But they're giving up the fourth most to receivers. Mixon's banged up, so they're gonna have to throw the ball. You would think they're, even though I just hate the Browns apparently, you would think they're behind in this game because they've been pretty good. So
I think it'll be closer than people think.
No, but I think they're going to be the ones catching up, I feel like.
If anything,
yeah. So, and like you said, his snap shares increased in targets, 8 targets last week. That's ridiculous for a rookie receiver who wasn't even supposed to be really in the offense. But, no, I think he definitely has a good game this week. Keeps it rolling.
And we even mentioned the fact that he had 6 catches last week for 125 yards. Like, we have to play that into a role. So, and shout out Tyler Jones. He was texting me earlier saying that they moved AJ in the slot.
Oh, yeah.
And then Higgins is playing more outside, which can obviously get...
Which makes more sense for everyone involved.
Yeah.
That's where AJ's, like, good.
Right. So, he also caught, like, a 70-yarder last week, so maybe potential for a big play. Next, we have Mr. Eagleson.
Guy's good.
Take it away, Eagles, man.
Travis Fulgham, baby. Guys, our whole team. We wouldn't have a win without him, probably. It's good. I think it's
that one win.
Reason. Yeah, we wouldn't have that one win without him. I mean, we wouldn't be in games without him. Like, we almost beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
Almost beat the Ravens. Like, we did not almost beat the Ravens. We got lucky at the end.
Yeah,
I think they would have just went down and scored because our defense has not been playing great.
They showed hard.
But anyway, Fulgham, since coming into the fold, has just been playing more and more every week, and he's inserted himself as the best receiver. I'm going to act like I didn't see that. Best receiver on the roster. And I think Deshaun might be coming back tonight.
Oh, yes.
He's active, right, for the first time?
Yeah.
Or not.
I was thinking of Deshaun Watson for some reason. That's the first Deshaun I think of. I'm like,
birds over here thinking about Deshaun Jackson. I don't know why, guys. Thanks to last week, Fulgham had 97% snap share, which is just insane.
Like every play.
Yeah, he's in every play. He's the receiver. But now Ertz is gone, so you think that should definitely feed into him a little bit more.
Yes, that's
it. He had 44 routes, had 13 targets, had 10. You said 10 targets last week. I'm sorry, your wording here is iffy, but that's insane. Every week he's just increasing.
Back-to-back games with double-digit targets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3 red zone targets last week. He's obviously the number one. He pretty much said it all. I mean, you're starting him this week. I'm starting him in Jake's league, even though it's a deeper league, but I was a fool last week and benched him like an idiot, and it cost me my matchup. I played Juju over him, and I lost by 6 points, and Fulgham's sitting on my bench. Just idiotic. I don't know why I have this podcast because I'm an idiot.
You heard it here, folks. That's the last episode. It's like
see you guys.
Disbanding after this.
Travis Fulgham, start him tonight. You got 2 hours to drop before his knowledge reaches the people.
All right. Well, I hope you Jim Albert Wi-Fi is kicking in.
But Fulgham started him. Next one we got Brandon Cooks, who we said he was shitty like 3 weeks ago. But like we said earlier with these
Just gotta say something. Put my hand up. I was wrong. I was telling people to drop this man. I didn't anticipate O'Brien being fired so early.
Nah.
I had something to do with it, but I'll take responsibility for that foolishness I said.
I was on board as well because he had horrible games.
So,
he was playing shitty. I mean, but like as soon as Romeo Crennel is taking over, he's like a new man. He's like Brandon Cooks of
old. I don't even know. He's been on 12
the first team he
teams.
played for was Saints.
Yeah,
Brandon Cook at the Saints. He has 12 targets, 2 games ago, and followed up with 9 targets, and then 8 catches and 9 catches. Not really Brandon Cooks like, but in his offense, he's working a lot underneath rather than just taking the top off every play. But he still has that to offer. But I think this whole Texans offense is just like
rejuvenated, big time,
juicy.
Yeah, Crennel's fun.
Juicy.
Crennel's fun. He opens it up like ridiculously and just coaches so freely.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the whole offense ridiculous. I feel like David Johnson even been doing that well?
He had a scummy
really
goal
good,
line. He's been playing solid.
I just feel like they're throwing way more than they were before.
Yeah. See, even with that, I feel like it just helps the offense in general. So he should have some more scoring opportunities. Like last week, he had a scummy goal liner.
Yeah.
But no, Cooks finished wide receiver 3 and then 6. And they're also
crazy.
The matchup we'd even talk about. They're playing the Packers. So this,
yeah.
like I feel like I say this all the time, has high shootout appeal.
It's the way the league is now. I feel like
every game's a shootout.
Every game's like 30-30.
Unless you're the Bears.
Yeah, unless you're playing the Bears, and that scores in the 20s, but maybe even less.
Brandon Cooks
started him. He's going to have 8 catches at least again.
Yeah.
The guy's a god.
3 weeks ago, you're benching him. This week, he's your wide receiver 1.
If you didn't listen to us, and I'll say this. If you did cut him, I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Someone else in your league scooped him up. I'm very sorry.
But Jake reached out to us last week asking if he should start him, Gallup, or
Judy.
And we said Cooks.
Sir.
And we were right. So come with us to your lineup questions via Twitter. Don't text me anymore, people. Stop texting me asking for lineup advice. Go get the Twitter page from Damn Love. Because it fucking needs it.
Yo. Oh, man.
All right.
I don't think I laughed that hard since we started doing this. Holy shit.
On to our FAMINE receivers. Some nasty plays here. Rams receivers.
Oh, my God. That was funny.
I think more so the Cooper Kupp.
Yeah,
he's been less consistent than Woods has been. And the Bears have only let 1 TD to receivers this year, which is mind-blowing.
They're good.
Kyle Fuller locking up.
Good defense.
But what you think?
I mean, like we said, they don't really throw the ball. They don't throw the ball downfield. They don't throw the ball a lot. There's 2 already just off the top, 2 bad ingredients for a good receiver. Like good just offense in general, but also the receivers. Second, the Bears are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They're stingy as hell against the pass, which I don't really think I mean, they're good every year. They're always good. They're not like exceptional, but they're like turned it up this year for some reason.
It looked like that was the 1 year they were insane. Like, was it 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
They first got Mac, I think.
3-4 years ago. Yeah. No, they didn't get Mac 4 years ago.
Yeah,
there's no way that happened.
Or 2, maybe. I don't know. There was that 1 year.
I'm pretty sure it was.
But it wasn't like that unit again. So I think you're starting Woods, Kupp.
I personally am not using him.
No.
I'm starting Slayton and Debo over him.
You are.
I am. I'm putting it on. I'll do it right now. If people want, go on that real quick. Take me about 5 seconds here. Cooper Kupp.
Bold.
Cooper Kupp. Debo Samuel.
Benching is like 4th round pick, 5th round pick.
Yeah, probably least.
Next up, we have Mr. Sucky himself, Juju
Reading his
Smith-Schuster.
name's annoying me.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Since week 1, he's only got over five fantasy points 1 time. Do I need to say more? Claypool is obviously the man now here. He looks better. He's been playing better. Deontay Johnson's coming back this week as well. James Washington still.
I say that's the problem. The problem is not that he's not the number 1. The problem is he's not like 2, 3, or 4, which is like ridiculously bad. Doesn't make any sense.
I think you didn't even need us to tell you this. You're not really playing him until he. I don't even know until when. even if he has a good game, like I don't think he can have good games now. Unless he's scoring touchdowns, I don't think he's ever going to go like above like 100 yards.
I told you the one thing we talked about in the other episode. He hasn't gone over 89 yards. He's only gone over 89 yards once since Antonio Brown left the team, which is not related but stupid. Like,
so the owners that drafted him around like 3 to 4, like I did. I'm in a 2 QB league with 10 people, so that means 20 QBs are starting every week. I have Watson and Barrow, which is like, it's all right. I traded Juju straight up for Tua. So,
shout out Johnny.
I guess that's a good trade for me.
Jack Nicholson, Venor.
I guess it's a good trade for me because I couldn't stand Juju anymore. I can't do it.
Olsen tried to throw him in the end of a trade to me for nothing, for no reason. He said, I just don't want him. I said, I don't want him either. Awful. He stinks.
Last up, we have John Brown.
I'm just going to read what we have written here, and then we're going to move on. This is verbatim what we have written on our notes for John Brown. We usually have stats and a lot going on here. Stinks. I'm going to say it clearly into the mic. Stinks and is hurt. Period. All right. No, I'm just kidding. If you want to add something, you can.
Nah, I mean, he hasn't been playing well. Like, he was limping all over the field against the Chiefs on Monday night. Cole Beasley looks like the more safe play so far, which is gross to say. Like John Brown of last year, like obviously Diggs is number 1 there now. He hasn't looked the same as last year. He's hurt. He's been nasty.
I didn't want to say anything else
to say. Yeah, it's like his last 3 games, 2 targets, 5 targets, 4 targets. Like you're not. What are you doing with that?
I say until he proves that he can do something productive, I don't think you can like sell yourself on starting him. Like it doesn't. Why?
He might get a lucky. Like we're gonna be watching the games. He might get a lucky deep ball by chance, and then
I'm saying like, if he has to get at least 4 catches,
and
like for chunks, and maybe a touchdown for you to even have the like smallest confidence to use him again. There's so many more options out there, like safer options than him. So I don't get why you would use him unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, so.
Stinks and he's hurt.
We're done. I think that wraps it up, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
About it.
How long was this one?
30.
Clean. But,
like.
Nah, like always, go show love to all the socials and the channels, YouTube channel. Subscribe. Click that notification bell so you get notified whenever we do drop the video. We do promote on Instagram and Twitter as well. Apple Podcasts.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, too.
Come on, y'all.
Write up some numbers for us.
We got faith in y'all.
Just can't be me and Justin retweeting shit out.
But nah, we have a little sneak peek to the next episode or 2. We're going to be dropping Sunday night to recap. Should we just do Mondays now?
Yeah, we should probably just do Mondays. Yeah. I'm sorry, that lazy Sunday kicks in. I don't feel like doing nothing.
We're going to have you dropping on Monday to recap the Sunday night games. Or Sunday games, not night games. I'm getting sloppy here.
I need to get out.
And then next Thursday, from a week from now, we're also going to do a mid-season awards episode.
Very fun.
It's consisting of like MVPs, best value pick, comeback player of the year so far. So that should be probably our funnest one to date.
Yeah.
So
tell your friends, tune in.
Yes, sir. And we'll see y'all Monday nightish.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
See you guys.